Just a short video response to this lady who had a video complaining about how immigration or mass immigration affect her life. I'm terribly sorry to hear that you have such an unfair life that you had to move away to the countryside. Maybe you must see it from the immigrant side as well. I was born in South Africa in 1961. I didn't choose to be white. I lived in South Africa, I educated myself, I became a contractor, an engineer, and I became a contractor, and I had a successful contracting company. I married a British girl, was a fall in love with her, and we had a lovely family, boy and a girl. We worked, we bought our own home, and we were reasonably successful. But unfortunately, the South African government was a white government, and the rest of the world could not accept that a white government was running the country. Of course, Nelson Mandela was jailed for crime for 27 years by a white government. He was the head of a terrorist organization, which Margaret Thatcher said, a terrorist organization, not my words. They planted bombs, killed people, black and white, indiscriminately. But the rest of the world could not accept it. The rest of the world put pressure on us to hand over government to the ANC, to a terrorist organization. In 1994, the world got their way. The country went downhill. Crime went up. Murders went up. Corruption went up. There was no services. On this present moment, electricity is not even guaranteed for 12 hours a day. Our life became a danger. My cars got stolen. We had weekly break-ins for things that I worked for. I had to lose weekly. We could not sleep at night. People's doors get axed off. Our women get raped. Our children get abducted. And we had to make a choice. Pack it all up. We've got an opportunity to come to the UK. My wife is British by birth. So we choose. That wasn't, we can't say it wasn't by choice, because we did choose coming in the UK, but I would have preferred to stay in my own country. The country that I love. The country that I know as a child. Where everybody had work. Where everybody had food. Where everybody had a roof over their head. But it hurt me to see that people had to sleep on the motorway, under the bridges, the last couple of years, and we could see the country is only going one way, and that's downhill. There's more people get killed in South Africa than in the war in Iraq. But the world is silent. Anyway, we made a choice, and we came to the UK. It wasn't here, and my wife left me because I was depressed, stressed out. All the stresses of closing a business, selling a house, moving a country, starting afresh. At the age of 40, not to me. We split up. A good family, a loving family, a family that was always laughter and love, had to split up because of this move. I'm terribly sorry that I had to take one of the British jobs away from a Brit. I'm also sorry that I had to live in one of the houses that the Brit could have had. I'm also sorry that my wife had to set up a house that another Brit could have had. All I could say, if the world just left us alone in South Africa to run our country the way we seen fit, the way we believe and we knew it was right, or a politician, then I wouldn't have been here today, and I wouldn't have taken your job away. You wouldn't have had to move to the country. I wouldn't have had to work 7 days a week, night shift, to make a living. In a strange country, away from my family, away from my friends. A friend of ours, a year just before we left, had a daughter of 17 years old, and she was pregnant, and she had to have a baby. I had to rush her to the hospital because they had lost his business through corruption. I had to rush to the hospital to have a baby. She had the baby in a plastic garden chair in the reception of the hospital. And they sent her home. There was not even a bed because they didn't have the money to pay for the luxury. You people complain about the NHS and the lack of service you get, the poor service. In South Africa, if a car runs you over and you haven't got a hell of a lot of money to put down as a deposit, the ambulance will left you next to the road. The hospital won't accept you. If I got a heart attack in South Africa, I would have had to sell my house. Otherwise, I could not get into the hospital. I would have to put my house up for guarantee. And you people complain. I'm sorry. I would have preferred the country that I know, the country that I love. I would have preferred living. I would have preferred to have my family. I lost everything. I lost everything because of the world's interference in other people's business when they don't even have a clue what's going on, or for their own political gain. I wouldn't know what. So don't just hit us immigrants. It's not always that easy for the immigrants to come and make a life or become a slave in your country. I get very emotional when I talk about it. I rather close this now. All I'm asking you people is to think. Think before you criticize people. See things from both sides. And I hope you guys never have to leave your country. And I hope that you can sleep tonight without the fear that your door will be axed off, that your partner will be raped or killed next to you. That is the reason why we left our country. That's the reason why we come to the UK. Thank you very much.